Mr. Speaker, the attacks in Israel last weekend shocked the world. Over 1,400 people murdered, one by one, over 3,500 wounded, almost 200 taken hostage. The elderly, men, women, children, babes in arms, murdered, mutilated, burned alive. We should call it by its name. It was a pogrom. Mr. Speaker, the families of some of the missing are in the public gallery today. We call for the immediate release of all hostages. Yeah. And I say to them, we stand with you, we stand with Israel. Yeah. The murdered and the missing come from over 30 countries, including the United Kingdom. The terrible nature of these attacks means it is proving difficult to identify many of the deceased. But with a heavy heart, I can inform the House that at least 6 British citizens were killed. A further 10 are missing, some of whom are feared to be among the dead. We are working with Israel to establish the facts as quickly as possible, and we are supporting the families who are suffering unimaginable pain. We are also helping British citizens who want to leave Israel. We've organised 8 flights so far, bringing out over 500 people, with more flights leaving today. We're working with neighbouring countries on land evacuations for our citizens in Gaza and the West Bank. I've spoken specifically to President Sisi about supporting civilians to leave Gaza by the Rafah border crossing, which at present remains closed. And we have a border force team in Egypt working with our embassy to help citizens when they are able to cross. I will come back to the grave humanitarian situation in Gaza in a moment. But first, Mr. Speaker, I want to address the British Jewish community directly. As I said at Finchley United Synagogue last week and at the Jewish school I visited this morning, we stand with you now and always. Yeah. This atrocity was an existential strike at the very idea of Israel as a safe homeland for the Jewish people. I understand why it has shaken you to your core. And I am sickened that anti-Semitic incidents have increased since the attack. We are doing everything that we can to protect you. We are providing an additional £3 million for the Community Security Trust to protect schools, synagogues, and other Jewish community buildings. And we are working with the police to ensure that hate crime and the glorification of terror is met with the full force of the law. I know the whole House will support this and join me in saying unequivocally, we stand with the Jewish community. Yeah.